oratrice mécanique d'analyse cardinal.
According to the judgment of the oratrice mécanique d'analyse cardinal. Oh, the freaking alarm of it. Oh my god. Okay. Okay. Hello? What's going on? People are running.
Why is everyone running around? Hey, what are you doing?
There's no time to explain, mate. Goodbye.
Goodbye?
Hey, wait!
Hello?
What's wrong with these people? They won't even talk to us.
That means there's something horrible going on.
There you are.
What? They're here. Who's they?
Oh, thank goodness.
Cristo and Laveroon, do you know what happened here?
We came here especially to inform you. Something seems to have gone terribly wrong just now. His Grace is telling everyone to evacuate and get out of here. Laveroon was saying you two are new here and you don't have many friends, so you might slip through the cracks. Haven't you heard all the stories like that? An evacuation is successfully completed, yet you only find out once you do a head count that 1 or 2 people are missing.
Wait, weren't you the one who brought that up? Why is it suddenly my idea?
Hey, shut up!
Okay, whatever. The point is, you should come with us.
Hey, you said His Grace said to evacuate outwards. Outwards?
Yeah, he said to get as far away as possible, upwards and outwards.
Not down to the Ark? Then that means whatever happened must have happened down below. Okay, yeah. Oh no, isn't that gate at the very bottom?
Oh no.
Holy shit.
It can't be that thing.
Is it rising up?
Whoa, wait, what? What? Hey, where are you going?
We're going down. It's not, we'll just swim in it.
Go find the Duke.
We could just swim in it.
Go and get out. Go on without us.
Hey, hey! Be careful!
Attention, please evacuate upwards and outwards, upwards and outwards. If you're already at the topmost layer, then try to move as far outwards as possible. Upwards and outwards. If you're already at the topmost layer, then try to move as far outwards as possible.
I'm not doing that. Down we go. Down we go. Like, we can't be affected, right? Like, we're not Fontanians, so we shouldn't have an issue. These two, however, need to get out and let me handle it.
Just like I said.
What happened?
Oh no.
You're just in time. But be ready to run.
Oh. Oh my god. We froze it. Oh my god. You need to run. This water, it will literally, this water will like dissolve them. They will die. They will all die.
3, 2, 1.
Oh my god. Ah! Oh my god. Oh shit. That's not gonna
This
hold.
won't hold it for long.
It's not gonna hold for
Find
long.
Neuvillette. Tell him the defenses are about to collapse.
Then what will happen to you?
Until he arrives, we're the last line of defense.
Oh my god.
The gate. How long do you think it'll hold?
That depends on us.
Oh my god.
Neuvillette, why are you here?
Oh, we're out.
Traveler,
I need you to head to the Opera House immediately.
The Opera House?
Farina will soon be meeting with the knave there. You must protect Farina and make sure she doesn't spend too much time alone with her.
Okay, you can explain everything else to me later.
Will do. You have my sincerest gratitude.
Okay, but you need to go down. You need to go down there. Okay. To the Opera House.
Look! There are a ton of Fatui Palais Mermonia people over there. The knave is probably here already. We need to hurry. Are you two the traveler in Paimon? Monsieur Neuvillette
Yes.
has left instructions. Please follow me. Though I'm sure he's already explained, this should be a mostly cordial conversation, unlikely to give rise to violence. But it would be most appreciated if you could protect Lady Farina to the best of your abilities.
I will simply do my best. It's a conversation, but we're in the Opera House. Is it? It's not going to be... Okay, it's a normal conversation. I thought it was going to be like a court session or something.
Oh, so you two are the honored guests Miss Farina mentioned.
Yes, and we're a little traumatized right now.
How could they not attend a meeting such as this? I must always have 2 or more guests at my dessert table. Otherwise, the occasion would be too lonely and unbecoming of my station.
I hit my
It
microphone.
is my pleasure to make your acquaintance, traveler. I have heard much of your accomplishments.
We haven't met her face to face
I
yet.
am the knave, one of the 11 Fatui harbingers.
Hello. Hi. So this is the knave, the head of the House of the Hearth, and the Lenny siblings' father. She certainly does not seem easy to deal with. Greetings. Pleasure to meet you too.
I've already prepared seats for you. Come, sit beside me.
Perhaps you two are unaware of how Miss Farina and I do things. You see, we actually recently agreed to get together for tea when we had the time. See this? This is a limited type of confectionery that Miss Farina simply adores.
Can I have
There are
some
only 16
of it?
slices sold every day. Here, why don't you and Paimon have a taste?
Yes, please. She seems friendly enough, but that can't be all there is to her. The knave is a force to be reckoned with. I should be really cautious around her.
Traveler, what do you think of this cake?
It's pretty good. It's quite tasty, and I think Paimon agrees too.
That's good to hear. So what Child said was on the mark after all. You do share a taste in desserts with Farina and
I do like desserts. Wait, Child should have no reason to have said something like that. Is this like a manipulative thing? Like,
I wonder how he's doing nowadays. You must have heard, right? He's suddenly gone missing. I'm really worried about his safety, you know. Here's to hoping that he's an excellent swimmer.
I have faith in his abilities. Especially right now. I really hope he's an excellent swimmer. Because there's a lot of swimming happening right now.
Since we're talking about him, I feel like I should add something. His martial prowess really looked certainly pretty impressive, yeah.
Rena looks quite nervous. There must be some kind of bad blood between her and the knave.
Oh, so you're also familiar with his aptitude for fighting, Miss Farina. Oh, right. I almost forgot. Child was subdued by Udex Neuvillette right in front of you.
It was a wild scene.
Against ordinary people, my colleague would never be on the back foot. But alas, he just never imagined he'd run into such a person. I must express my admiration for Monsieur Neuvillette.
I managed to find a few leads on his whereabouts.
Coming from you, that's not surprising at all.
Thank you.
I thought you would be happier to hear the news.
Of course, but it's still a bit of a shame. You see, I would have been far happier had I received this news somewhat earlier. As you well know, a long time has passed since Child disappeared.
I think he's fine. He's fine. He's okay.
Well, in any case, there's no need to worry. We know for sure that Child is still alive.
Oh, and just how do you know that?
Because we found evidence that proved he left the Fortress of Mirapede.
And where did he go after leaving the fortress?
No idea. Oh no, Paimon's statement just left us wide open.
The Fortress of Mirapede lies deep beneath the waves. Unless he pranced right out of the main gate, he must have had to swim for it. Do you have any proof that he surfaced safely?
We do not. But there was also no evidence that he's been injured or killed.
That is good news at least. His sister Tonya sent a letter to Fontaine not too long ago. Since he was unfortunately unavailable, I picked it up on his behalf. Do you have any idea how he usually writes back to his family? Dear Tonya, your letter made me feel like we were still enjoying our time in Snezhnaya together. I'm currently admiring the scenery on the streets in front of the Opera House. Is it something like that?
She's turning up the pressure. I'm not sure if I'll be able to convince her, but I can at least try to distract her from Furina. Sounds good to me, yes.
All letters tend to follow the same few formats anyway, right? As long as the contents are accurate, it doesn't matter so much how it's written or how it's worded.
Hold on. The water in the teacup is shaking.
Oh no. Oh
I
no.
suppose this is also a sign of things to come, Miss Furina.
I don't quite understand what you're trying to say.
Have we entered into the next stage of the prophecy?
Neuvillette. Oh, he was down. He's down. Neuvillette.
My thanks to you both. I will take it from here.
Sure you don't need a hand?
Quite sure.
Oh my god.
Wow. So, what's your secret, huh? Let me guess. Nah, who knows? Maybe it's just your sense of responsibility.
Sounds about right.
I have a theory. It seems to be the widely accepted theory. Oh. Neuvillette. He's fine.
A day may come when the prophecy is fulfilled and the waters burst forth. But it is not this day. This ancient power could easily obliterate an entire race. A tsunami of fury would unleash endless catastrophe.
Holy shit.
This sentence is too severe. Forgive me for overruling it.
Oh my god.
All right. Seems like the problem inside has been suppressed.
Hold on, I just want to mention something. So, I have Neuvillette. I'm playing Neuvillette. Whenever you ascend any character and make them stronger, they have, like, phrases they say when they're getting stronger. Like, oh yeah, I got stronger. Neuvillette, his phrases are things like, I guess I should show a little bit more of my strength. As in, like he's not actually getting powerful. He's simply adjusting to, the strength of the people around him. If this is what you're expecting of me, then I'll show a little bit more of my power. Like, it's wild. It's wild. This man is insane.
Let me guess. We're safe for now.
Indeed. But only for now.
Why only for now?
You owe me a present.
Very well. It was indeed just as you said.
You made a bet?
We made a bet on the size of your entourage. Cloran thought you wouldn't come down by yourself.
I figured you would have at least brought a few people along for appearance's sake. It appears I underestimated just how confidential the mission was.
Shouldn't you have gotten used to confidential missions by now? That's just how the courts operate.
So what gift must the loser give? Tea?
He already has tons of tea in his office. I'm thinking about a set of legal codices.
That wouldn't happen to be a dig at my lack of legal awareness, would it?
Well, I'm sure His Grace doesn't consider the fortress to be outside the law.
I was under the impression the residents of a place like this would be uninterested in the legal codices.
That was obviously a joke. Anyway, you've still got some unfinished business to attend to in the overworld, correct?
There's always
No need to
unfinished
stay
business.
here if you have a pressing matter. We all know you can't leave Palais Mermonia for long.
Thank you.
Can you, like, save me from the
I
Nave,
hope
though?
everything went smoothly with the Fatui Harbinger.
I'm very terrified right now. I do not feel comfortable. Save me!
Say, we've spent long enough playing house.
Okay.
Miss Farina, as the Hydro Archon, I am sure you understand the exact meaning of the phenomenon we just witnessed. Or should I say, that's what I originally thought. But looking at your expression, was I wrong? And you haven't a clue?
What are you trying to say?
Oh, Farina.
At this point, I don't think there's any more need to speak as diplomatic representatives. Allow me to speak to you now as just a Fontanian. You know the prophecy by heart, and also that every part of it is being proven true. Yet, here you are, relaxing, drinking tea, and eating desserts as if it's all nothing more than a few stray bugs in your garden. Do you really think that's acceptable? The prophecy's hanging above our necks like a guillotine. Every faction is looking for a way to either avert the disaster or save their own. Even the orphans of the House of the Hearth have devoted everything to saving their homeland. But you? It beggars belief just how nonchalant and carefree you have been. From the very beginning, you, the god Focalor, you have utterly failed to take action.
You're wrong. I've never ignored the prophecy, nor have I just been passing the time in self-indulgence. Retract your accusation and stop doubting the wisdom of the gods with such absurd conjectures.
I am not alone in my doubts, you know. All the children of Fontaine may be harboring the exact same thoughts right now. Oh, great Hydro Archon. How are you going to save them? Save us? How are the people you've sworn to protect supposed to survive in a land that will soon disappear beneath the waves?
I have my ways, and I've been working on them for all this time. Even if you look down upon me, you have no right to judge me. Fontaine will be saved. Even if I still cannot see the true future right now. As long as I continue on as I am, I will be able to hold my head up high.
Then why did Neuvillette have to go down there? Farina's not acting like her usual self. She's actually seriously refuting the knave's accusations. She means what she says. She's not putting on a front. Yeah, but why did Neuvillette have to go down, though? It should be like the opposite.
Then I ask you, Miss Farina, just
Neuvillette should be here. She should have been down there.
Where can we see it, and what is it doing to help?
So was that all a lie? Or can she really not tell us? She was so full of conviction and confidence just now, but now she's deflated like a puppet balloon. A puppet balloon. Now she's deflated like a popped balloon.
My machinations are just like the prophecy itself. They will only reveal themselves at the fated time. It is just that beings like yourselves are unable to perceive them as of yet.
I see. As a god,
Okay.
the proof of your labor always lies beyond prying mortal eyes. Allow me to be so bold as to ask another way. Would it be possible for you to tell us the parts of your plan that are not confidential? Such as your emergency response plan for the impending disaster?
An emergency response plan?
Oh, Furina.
That look in your eyes. Have you not even prepared one of those?
Why did Riesli have to figure out
what
was going on?
Confidential.
Then allow me to jog your memory. Miss Furina, what is the purpose of your Oratrice Mécanique d'Analyse Cardinal?
According to the judgment of the Oratrice Mécanique d'Analyse Cardinal.
And what do you plan to do with the massive amounts of indemnitium that has accumulated over the years?
The Oratrice? It's just like it appears to be.
Okay.
So you also have no idea. If I'm not mistaken, someone's using it to prepare for something. But unfortunately, it would seem that someone is not you, Miss Furina. I first caught wind of this when Linny tried to investigate the Oratrice in the Opera House. You see, even just getting close to the core contaminated him with an extremely large amount of indemnitium. But even if that had nothing to do with you, then what could you possibly be working on, oh great Hydro Archon? Oh, right. I almost forgot. Udex Neuvillette is not at the tea party with us today. Miss Furina, I suppose you must have ordered him away to take care of some troublesome business.
Yes, that's exactly right. Please keep it a secret for me.
Of course I will. Although, I must say, Miss Furina, you seem quite insecure without the Udex by your side. Oh, very well. Let's stop that conversation here. There are still a few slices of cake left, so please, help yourselves, everyone.
These are topics I can speak about. I don't even know what Neuvillette's task was. I do. If I had to guess, he probably went down to deal with the surging primordial sea. Can he really deal with it by himself? Apparently, and is Furina being truthful or not? I'm very curious about that
you were
last
recently
question.
Commissioned to handle a few matters on behalf of the Udex. Why don't you take an extra slice of cake? Those who work hard deserve gratitude and praise.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Paimon will take you up on that offer.
Of course she will. The knave proceeds to change the topic and brings up a number of less significant matters. I don't know what the rest of that said, but it was a lot of words.
Paimon's super full. That cake was great.
If it's on my tea table, it must be of the highest quality. Yes, and we must thank the knave for bringing these over as well.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Thank you so much.
I'm sure the cake also felt greatly honored to be featured at Miss Furina's table. And I was merely catering to Miss Furina's tastes, seeking a chance to chat over tea.
This was a great chat.
It's getting late.
I love the chat so
Why don't
much.
we call it a day? There are still a few matters that I need to take care of, so I must take my leave now.
Very well. We'll end it here.
I'm
Mind seeing
terrified.
me off, traveler. We could use the opportunity to discuss Child before I must be on my way.
Of course.
Paimon's coming too.
Furina. Why are you like this, Furina? Why?
The tea party turned out to be even more difficult than I'd imagined.
You should have foresaw that.
Why are you looking at me like that? Is something the matter? If there's nothing urgent, then I shall be retiring for now.
I just want to commemorate this moment when I took a picture with the biggest dumbass in Fontaine. What is going on with her? What is going on? So many questions. Like, I'm like, is she actually way Does she have just actually stuff going on that we just really cannot comprehend? Or is she really just completely incompetent? I'm very curious. I don't know. We'll see, I guess. We'll see. Cause she doesn't even have her gnosis. The hydrognosis is not even on her person. I don't know. Neuvillette is so far the strongest person in Fontaine right now. Possibly the strongest person that I've met in this game, I think.
I'm glad that you were willing to come with me.
Except for Dottore.
Of course, child was just an excuse. I have no interest in your dealings with him.
That's what Paimon thought.
What do you want to say?
You lent your aid to the children of the House of the Hearth. As their father, I would like to express my gratitude.
There's no need. I didn't think that's what you wanted to talk about. Is there nothing else you wanted to say?
That was all. Formal topics should be discussed in formal settings, and informal topics in informal settings.
Do you like sandwiches then? What kind of sandwiches do you like?
From the fortress of Meripede. Relax. I have no intention of trying to get anything out of you. Linny, Lynette, and Fremine are still there, and I trust their judgment and abilities.
They've all been working very hard and have always done all they can to fight back against anyone who tried to stop them, especially Linny.
You mean Ridesley. He's a tricky one to deal with. It's unfortunate that Linny's so eager to prove himself that he can't learn to rely on others, including me. By the way, and you can just consider this a bit of idle gossip, but what's your impression of Furina? You are outside of our disputes, and the freest person in all of Fontaine, able to move around most easily. Allow me to share my perspective with you.
And that's everything that happened during the trial. Master Child was declared guilty and immediately transported to the Fortress of Meripede.
Didn't he say he was coming here on vacation? Does he not feel an ounce of shame for all the trouble he has caused? Forget it. He did give us an opportunity. I will be meeting someone shortly.
Do you require help with any preparations?
No need. I will take care of it myself. I need to meet with Furina, the Hydro Archon. She is at the heart of Fontaine. But what's fascinating about her is that she often seems more like a celebrity than a working Archon.
Oh? Come over here, you little critter, you!
I mean...
You dare to run from me? Stop right this instant!
She's not wrong in this instance, though. This is fine.
The location of the Gnosis. But I didn't expect the chance to approach Furina to be handed to me on a silver platter. This is so easy, it's actually making me a bit suspicious. Anything left unguarded is usually just bait. But no one will blame someone for taking the bait. After all, from the moment it was attached to the hook, the bait is meant to be sacrificed. It's just as I guessed in the second before I struck. The Hydrognosis is not currently held by the Archon. In fact, this Archon doesn't seem like a god at all. And I sense that she's under some kind of curse.
Who are you? And what are you trying to do? Please don't kill me. I'm begging you, please.
What?
The fear in her pupils is genuine. So perhaps she's not bait after all. Either way, targeting her has lost all meaning. I left the scene with ease. Nobody came looking for me, and nobody could serve as a witness to my near assassination of Focalor. I suspect even Furina dares not mention this incident to anyone.
Does she know it was her?
My informants confirmed what I had guessed. After returning to her quarters, Furina quietly cried alone. She was so scared that she could not sleep that night, nor could she even bring herself to eat her cake.
Like I said,
There's no doubt that there's something wrong with
she's
her.
just scared.
I began to entertain the possibility that she is not the true Hydro Archon. Perhaps Iudex Neuvillette is actually the genuine article. I have to find the Gnosis. If
I don't think so.
the Neuvillette hypothesis is correct, he is probably in possession of it. Alternatively, it might have been hidden in a place that's hard for ordinary people to access.
Yes, Father.
My dear children, please speak.
News from the fortress of Meripede. Master Child has gone missing. On top of that, the contacts and guards we bribed at the fortress have all gone quiet as well.
Probably the handiwork of that Writhsley.
I'm afraid so.
This is a good opportunity. The value of a Harbinger is much higher than most would imagine. We now have an excuse to exert diplomatic pressure on the Fontaine authorities. Set up a meeting for me. I would like to meet the Hydro Archon and Iudex Neuvillette. Oh, and I have an additional mission for you three.
Yes, Father.
Tartaglia's disappearance was not a part of my plan, but I can use it to make a breakthrough. With this as my excuse, I can ask for an official audience and continue my investigation of Farina and Iudex Neuvillette. The initiative belongs to the House of the Hearth. My wish to investigate the fortress of Meripede will be a front. Linny and his group will be responsible for the actual intelligence gathering. You should know the rest. Linny's group is quite close to you, so they wouldn't have hidden anything from you.
You attacked the Hydro Archon?
She really attacked the
Wouldn't mean
Hydro Archon.
anything, even if you shouted it from the rooftops. After all, even Farina herself is still pretending that nothing of that sort ever happened.
She couldn't even be brought to court with it.
I have now had
Because
two
it's too
chances
embarrassing.
to enjoy tea with Farina. I have to say, the leadership of Fontaine is even more inscrutable than I had imagined. I once surmised that Iudex Neuvillette must be the Hydro Archon, but now, that doesn't seem right to me either.
No. My assumption is that, like she said, Farina has something, there's something going on where her power has not been released properly. And Neuvillette is, remember when they were like, when it rains, it means that the Hydro Dragon is crying, right? In the last Archon quest, we find out that Neuvillette, whenever it rains, he walks under the rain and kind of just like absorbs the rain. I think that Neuvillette is the Hydro Archon, or not the Hydro Archon, he's the Hydro Dragon, which is even older than the Archons. The dragons are like ancient. They've been around since forever. They were here before anything. They've always been here. The dragons. And I think Neuvillette is one of the dragons in people form. And Farina is the Hydro Archon, yes, but like there was a previous Hydro Archon, and now she's the new one, and she's like she's too baby to know what the hell is going on, and her powers have just been sealed, I think, by something. Anyway, that is my conclusion. How did you come up with that conclusion?
I am a servant of Her Majesty the Tsaritsa. Over my years of service, I've learned how a real Archon conducts and carries themselves. Whether Iudex Neuvillette or Farina, neither fits the bill. It's hard to imagine either of them as the Archon. Of course, that is all just how I feel. Gut feelings often do not require justification. It is, however, quite amusing to me that after all my years working in intelligence gathering, I've come to realize I am at a complete loss regarding the identity of the god of the land of my birth. Don't you think Fontaine is quite intriguing? A catastrophe looms, yet many secrets have yet to rise to the surface. It looks like Fontainians will have no choice but to save themselves. Ultimately, though, one must survive in order to do anything else. Should the need arise, I would be happy to cooperate with you. You don't need to commit to anything right now.
Do you want to go out for coffee
I have a feeling
later?
that the situation will continue to evolve.
Maybe.
And as your name is often connected with noble deeds, I'm sure
It's
we
him.
will work together someday.
Neuvillette?
You
I'm sorry,
certainly
Neuvillette?
returned quickly. You must want to catch up with each other, so I'll leave you to him.
Hello.
Neuvillette, is it over?
For now, yes. But this issue will prove quite thorny in the long term. I'm concerned that sooner or later the prophesized events will occur. Thank you for protecting Furina.
May we ask what happened down there?
To put it simply, I used my power to force back the primordial sea and reseal the sluice gate.
As for what happened on our side, we recount the happenings of the tea party to Neuvillette.
So as expected, the knave has turned up the pressure on Furina. She's trying to feel her out, though I'm still unsure as to her motives.
Can I ask you some questions?
Permission granted.
You have enough power to force back the primordial sea. Does this mean you have some deeper connection with the Hydro Archon?
Whoa. It can't be that you're the real Hydro Archon, right?
No, he's not.
That's just a speculation on our part, though. You can't tell us? Then that's okay.
I wonder why, though.
We can talk about something else. We won't try to force you.
Like, why can't he talk about himself specifically? I understand Furina,
If
but
by
why
the
can't he
phrase,
mention himself?
"You guys," you are referring to Furina and I, then although I'm not sure just what you are trying to imply, I must clarify that I do not share her positions on a multitude of topics.
What did you sense in the fortress of Meripede? Did you manage to protect those that needed to be defended?
I believe so. The fortress has a long and complex history. It has seen much grief and suffering.
Apparently.
And now, another catastrophe will soon be upon us. I mourn this turn of events.
Huh? Why is it raining all of a sudden?
Did you see what I freaking said? Do you see what I'm saying? The clear skies suddenly filled with dark clouds. The rain became heavier, light rain soon growing to a downpour. And just moments before, Neuvillette has just mentioned his sense of grief. Was I right? Was I right? Thinking back to that legend and what Fremine said, it said that a dragon of water once resided in Fontaine. Every time it weeps, the skies will cloud up and pour out rain. Wait, Neuvillette, you can't be...
You may be closer to the truth than you think.
Oh? And what are you thinking?
He's the dragon sovereign of water.
The dragon of... what? Huh?
He's the Hydro Dragon.
Please do not be so surprised.
Freaking no. I freaking know. Oh.
Furina?
Well, there's Furina. Neuvillette, are you listening?
Neuvillette, are you listening?
So what was that?
My
What happened there?
We were just guessing randomly. We didn't guess right, did we? You're not actually the dragon sovereign of water, right? Well, if you don't want to confirm or deny...
You guessed correctly. I sincerely hope you'll be able to keep this a secret for me.
Right, of course.
He just went out and said it. He just said it. He just said the thing.
Still something Paimon wants to ask you, though.
Please, go ahead.
Well, if you are the dragon sovereign of water, and you were able to force back the primordial sea from the fortress, then since Fontaine's prophecy is all about seawater, couldn't you just use your power to solve the crisis?
None of the currently living dragon sovereigns in the world, myself included, possess our full dragonhood. They say that when the first usurper arrived on Teyvat, they seized a part of the dragon's power. Today, that stolen power is the basis of the Archon's authorities.
I think the first usurper, I think they call that the primordial one. The primordial one came in and, like, defeated all the dragons, and then, like, became the leader of everything. They seized a part of the dragon's power, and that stolen power is where the Archons get their pack. Wow.
There are 7 elemental Archons and 7 matching dragon sovereigns.
The dragon sovereign of water who lived through that era perished a long time ago. As their successor, I know far less
he's
of
a
that part of
successor.
our ancient history. In any case, I believe I will not be able to do much unless the Archon disappears and returns their elemental authority to me. Given the status quo, however, I would recommend finding another way to deal with the prophecy.
Oh, so even you can't solve it.
I still have some urgent matters to attend to at my office. If you have any more questions regarding ancient history, you are welcome to discuss them with me at a later time.
Please go right ahead. There's a place that Paimon wants to go too. Traveler, why don't we pay another visit to the Fortress of Meripede? Paimon is a little worried.
Sure. See you later, Neuvillette. I'm sorry, Neuvillette. Neuvillette,
Take
right?
care.
That's his name? Neuvillette. Take care, Neuvillette. So the Fortress of Meripede was created to house exiles in order to keep the primordial sea at bay. But over time, people forgot what the point was. Right? Very curious. And now Neuvillette's sealed it again, but like, what's gonna happen? How are they gonna keep it sealed? Like, is it just gonna keep rising again? Was he gonna have to keep coming down and doing this? Like, is it just gonna get worse over time? I don't know. I don't know.
Now guess, what suit will this next card be?
A bare-teeth cat?
Well, look who it is.
Hello.
Traveler, Paimon.
Hello, everyone.
Looks like you're recovering nicely from it, eh?
Thanks to everyone's support. Oh, right. I managed to work up the courage to thank Miss Clorand in person.
Nice.
Whoa, how did she react?
She told me that it was nothing. It was as if saving a life wasn't a big deal to her at all. She also told me not to worry about it.
She didn't want to stress you out, that's all. She's right, and it's best not to dwell on it.
Yeah.
Okay, but check this out. We went back to the Opera House and we met the knave.
You met Father? Did she say anything to you?
Yes, and she was very scary.
She said a few things that were,
Scary?
a
Really?
bit hard to understand.
Yeah.
And also that she's looking forward to working with us in the future.
Whatever that means. It was a little surprising.
Her attitude towards you is even better than what we'd imagined. That's fantastic. You should believe her. She has her own way of doing things, and she'll do everything in her power to help those she considers close, which now might also include you.
Okay.
Father is very capable and also trustworthy.
Oh, Paimon just remembered that she thought Linny was a bit too proud as well. She said that you should learn how to rely on others sometimes.
Got it.
That does sound like something that Father would say.
Hey!
Are you going to stay here for the next few days?
I don't...
Like it, yeah.
Are we?
Excellent.
We're back
I
in
will
prison.
host a tea party.
We're back in prison. Okay.
But Paimon wants another serving of cake.
Another implies that you were already served some delicious cake while you were up there. How lovely. Well, next time, you're going to have tea and snacks with us.
Well, I do love tea and snacks. It's very true. I will take all the tea and snacks. Thank you so much. Thank you very much. It's these guys. I love these guys. Freaking love these guys so much.
You guys are back?
It's for some reason, yeah.
Crystal! Macaroon!
You guys didn't get caught and thrown back down here, right?
No.
Huh? No, not at all.
And here I thought you'd managed to escape from jail during all the commotion. I'd held you up as legendary jailbreakers, but now you're telling me you just never left?
I mean, we left, but we came back, and we're gonna leave again.
We're sorry, but we just had some business to take care of.
All right. There's no need to get caught up in the details. We're just relieved to see you. he was super worried about you, you know.
Hey, it wasn't just me. Weren't you super worried as well?
Something like that, yeah. I was also transferred to work in the kitchen a few days ago. I can still hear Quisto mumbling to the carrots. Are those two all right? Do you think they made it out alive? Whenever he'd say that, I'd tell him I'm sure they're fine. Wherever they are, they're kicking back with drinks in hand, enjoying the lovely scenery.
And now we're here again.
There's nothing wrong with worrying about your prison pals, is there? I mean, considering how they always love listening to all my gossip.
Very good gossip.
They sure are a lot warmer and friendlier than when Paimon first met them.
I'm sure the welfare meals must have just skyrocketed in quality recently. Your meals will bring all the prisoners to the cafeteria.
Oh, well, if you say so. I'll be watching you to make sure you finish every last bite.
Every bite. Oh, it's Siegwin. Siegwin. Weijreeb. Schweijreebers.
Paimon, you're back!
Shabijis.
Are you still doing all right? Did either of you get hurt?
Don't worry, we're both doing great.
We're fine, but what about you guys? It was such a huge mess. How bad was it? A few people sustained superficial injuries, but that's about the extent of the damage.
Oh, fantastic.
Monsieur Neuvillette paid us a visit. It was all thanks to him that we managed to suppress the crisis for the time being. Oh, of course, we must also thank you for the help you provided. How did Neuvillette know that he was needed here?
He's the Hydro Dragon.
With the hydro element. When the water level rises, he can feel the waves produced. I ran into the bombshell bros while bandaging the injuries of the wounded. They were mumbling the whole time about how you just ran down without a word. I'm so relieved to see that you're both all right.
I mean, we would have just been in the water. We've been fine.
Please stay
generally.
with us a few more days. Just let me know if you get a craving for any particular dish, so I can have Mr. Walsey get your meals prepared. Oh, and please feel free to visit the infirmary for a break at any time. I'd like to take the opportunity to spend some more time observing your facial muscles as well. Your
Okay.
happy smiles are quite contagious, you know. They're so memorable, and I've missed them immensely while you were gone.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I think.
If you can find the time, please stay at the fortress for just a while longer.
Alright. Alright, Reedsley. Oh, we're going all the way. We're going down. We're going all the way down. Listen. One more wish, okay? Just one more wish. One more wish. Listen. That just... One more. Okay. Reedsley, where are you? Just freaking talking about this. We're definitely gonna see this later, right? This is gonna be a thing later that we're gonna be looking at. Kind of just looking around to be like,
It's hard
do I
to
see
remain
like
on dry land for so long.
do I see
Never quite
any
seem to get my
collectibles or
land legs
anything?
back.
'Cause if they're collectibles, then that means I'll be in here. It looks extremely like a place that I can explore, you know. I wanna get in. I wanna get in here. I wanna get in that. Give me that. Give me that. Anyway, hello.
Courier, Miss Siegwin told me you still haven't eaten.
Yeah, I was working on something, so I forgot.
Just guess already.
That's no excuse for... Huh? What's you two?
Hello.
Lurvine, we're back!
Hello there. It's been quite the mess here recently. How have you been?
We're fine, thanks.
And you? Are you still taking the secret passageway from the infirmary to work on the ship?
Yep. That is still top secret, though.
I
So don't
see.
say a word to anyone.
It can be a bit
They
annoying
pieced
when
that
there are
together
lots of
before I
people
did.
in the infirmary, but I still prefer taking that route over the one from the Duke's office.
The Duke's office route is
the
way cooler
infirmary
though.
does make it easier for you to slack off.
Oh yeah? Then why are you also here so much?
You two really are just using your jobs as a cover for your relationship, aren't you?
They are. Mhm.
Not at all.
Lies. Lies. Lies.
Courier, the rumors about us are literally everywhere now. Please do something about it.
But it's not like I caused them by myself. All right. I'll try to do something about it when I can find the time.
Oh, if I could just find the time to do it. Oh, I just, it's so difficult. I think they're great. I simply think they're great. That's all. Alright, where's Worcestershire? Worcestershire? Did I pass him? He's upstairs. He's upstairs now, right? Yes. Alright, Worcestershire sauce. Worcestershire sauce.
Do my eyes deceive me, or did I just see 2 inmates come back after making it to the surface? Some strange winds blowing of late.
Sorry, I
How the
farted.
fortress is doing. Is everything still alright?
We're fine, for the most part. Neuvillette came down and took care of the worst of it.
And it was freaking awesome.
Why don't you just ask him to stay here?
Because he's busy. He's got stuff to do.
What a brilliant plan. Let's go convince the Udex himself to exchange the Courts of Fontaine for a puddle of water in the middle of nowhere.
Also, he's got lots of stuff he's doing. Like, there's a lot of other water to deal with. I don't think that's going to work.
He came here in a hurry and left without even stopping for a cup of tea. He did remember to take Miss Sigewinne's gift with him, though.
He sure sounds super busy.
He is extremely
Miss
busy
Cloran has
at all
left as
times.
well. She also took her gift from Miss Sigewinne.
Were the gifts milkshakes?
Neuvillette got the milkshake. Cloran received lipstick instead.
Those aren't even remotely alike.
Well, it's Neuvillette's own fault for making Sigewinne worried about his health by working so much. But besides that, our head nurse is still pretty fond of picking out beauty products for the ladies. Oh, and I have some gifts here for you as well.
Oh.
Are these from
Thank you.
Sigewinne too?
Nope, they're from yours truly.
Oh,
You've
well,
already
thank you.
wrapped
Thank
up
you
your
so
work in
much.
the fortress, so you can return to the surface at any time. You haven't yet served your full prison term, however, so you may continue to use your cell until your term is up.
For real? Then we could stay here for a really long time?
Is food still covered?
You may access the cafeteria for free.
Nice.
Just remember to come complete your paperwork once it's time for your release.
Right on. And we're going back to the dormitories. We're just gonna go to the dormitories. I mean, if I had a room like this specifically, I'd stay here forever. Because it just looks sick, okay? It just looks sick. Look at this. Look at this. Why would you not want to live here? It's freaking awesome. It is so sick. And he's got a wolf on the... It's freaking awesome. It's cool. Anyway, let's go to our slightly unsatisfactory dormitory. I mean, I guess we sleep in front of, in tents and on grass all day. So this is better than that, I guess. My question is, where is Child, though? Where did Child go? Where did Tartaglia go? He just disappeared. And no, we're the only ones who actually care. Maybe me and the Children of the Hearth are the only ones who care. The Knave doesn't freaking care. She doesn't give a damn. I don't know. Very curious. I don't even think Weasley cares that much. It's mostly just a chip to talk to the Knave.
We're no longer prisoners though, so it really doesn't feel the same.
It feels like a huge weight is off our shoulders. It feels like we've regained our freedom.
Mm-hmm. Being free sure feels pretty special now.
Paimon, is there something you'd like to say?
Huh? How did you know?
Because you usually just immediately fall asleep.
Hey, that's not true! Alright. Okay, Paimon just wanted to say that we really are in
Hell yeah.
It's like we've now gone to so many places together and become friends with so many people. We've never stopped traveling or stopped meeting new friends.
It's true.
There are so many bad things in the world, and we're just two people, but we've still been solving problems no matter where we go. Isn't that pretty cool?
We're the best adventurers ever.
You're counting Paimon?
100%.
Aren't you the only adventurer here?
Being a guide counts too. I mean, you're still the one, you're still going to these crazy places.
Handbook as well. Paimon will also be an adventurer from today forward.
Because you can't fight doesn't mean you're not an adventurer.
That's making Paimon giddy. Paimon's gonna crash, so you sleep soon too. The last time we fell asleep here, we woke up to a whole mess outside our cell. The primordial seawater nearly rose up. That was so scary.
It was pretty scary.
We should be safe now, right?
We'll be fine, so don't worry, Paimon.
Alright then, good night to you, Traveler.
Good night to you, Paimon. We're gonna have a child, another dream. Another dream, perhaps? Yes, here we go. Yes, finally. I need to know what happened. Oh my god. Child, wake up. The whale? The whale. Yep. Where did he see this? When was this? Cataclysm's quickening. Completed. Well, this has been another investigation completed in Genshin Impact. Lots of crazy stuff happened. So many freaking things. So many questions. As of this recording, the new Archon quest is probably going to be out. As of this recording, it's coming out tomorrow. There's lots of stuff
trade tactics, I'm always ready.
that I'm still curious about. Lots more to investigate in Fontaine, and I'm excited to get to it. But for now, that is the end of this Archon quest. I will be back another time. I hope we get to do some more in this. I know that there's some side quests in here that I can do, so I'll be doing that off screen though. Alright everyone, see you next time. Thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, then stay tuned for more. What other mysteries will we uncover in Genshin Impact? Until next time, and as always, just call Master Corvidian. Lucky!